Okay, so quail, right? Quail. Black Beauty had you sit there and complain about raising animals. You complain abuse. You're always blaming me. Grew up with your Black Beauty, blaming me about animals, right? Black Beauty, what kind of people you were? I think you're blaming me about Black Beauty and Quail, right? We had lots of stuff. Subject was a Black Beauty, right? Subject was blaming me about Black Beauty, okay. Alex Murdoch murdered his own wife because training Quail for his gun dog would have been training dog would be a living income, 10 dogs in 6 months. Be like a blood sport, 20 dogs get together, be a blood sport with his living income of $4,000, training 20 dogs a year for Quail. He's like a lawyer, right? But he'd do really vicious things like bull baiting in the dog world, which has to be would. Then this is terrible, but he wants like Quail and stuff, training dogs on Quail. 20 dogs a year training on Quail. You'd probably do that because it'd be a living income of $4,000, which is enough money in most places in America. But then they were all about Black Beauty. Yes, work. Playing music for So Murdoch could be raising Quail. I showed you it takes work, effort, it can be done. If you don't care, you won't pay for stuff. It's not, having lots of Quail is difficult with you people saying stuff. Having an abundant, rich supply of Quail is difficult. Few Quail can be possible. Distract me with your stuff, blaming me. Well, it's hard. So he could have been raising Quail for 20 dogs a year for like a living income of $4,000. But he killed his own wife because they weren't happy with that. Raising Quail for like gun dog training. They had $4,000 a year training 20 dogs a year. But they wouldn't really do that because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to actually do that. They actually had people who have to... I showed you Quail will grow. They didn't care. Right? They'll be Rupert, Alex Murdoch. They wouldn't care. They didn't care. So he could have an honest income. He could have been like doing bull baiting with a pit bull, but training gun dogs, you can do that legally. Because they like to. You know, they'd be bull baiting. It's legal to train gun dogs on Quail. Right? They die anyway. So they could be a living income to get together and get together to do that. They would. But then you have to sit to get him in trouble. His own wife died. You get him in trouble with Black people. They're not a mule. A bunch of Black people want their drugs lifestyle. He'd be raising Quail for a living income, but we had to listen to all these people who want Black people in court. Black people would see him in his day at court. He'd be raising Quail for gun dogs for like a living income. He would. Probably just be doing it because it'd be like a blood sport you can train your gun dog on. Probably would just have a gentlemanly game of blood sport that they can't really stop them for training gun dogs. And then you have a bunch of Black people without their lives have drugs and gangs, huh? Or is this Black people? So Black people's civilization is trying to come over here and get a fight about drugs in prison. That was their lifestyle, that's their civilization.